We also talked about this a little bit in episode 1.
I guess
These young dudes, man, and thinking that everything is about getting women.
I think it's something in some way, shape, or form. We always be like, oh yeah, the bitch is gonna love this. You might not.
So no matter what I do,
you might not say it out loud or to yourself, but you just sometimes the girls can be a motive.
So no matter what I do, I'm doing this.
No, I'm not saying that. No, but I'm saying that I'm pretty sure there are things that you do are highly motivated by women.
Yeah, but I don't do them for the sole purpose of getting women.
Yeah, it's like me, like I was saying earlier before we started with the maintenance thing. It's not mandatory that I'll just be like, oh, I'm going out here to go get my hair cut and go run some fucking errands and meet some hoes, But that comes with it.
But it's not a bad caveat to being like, if a woman look at me, it's because I look nice.
Exactly, but I could also go without it. You know what I'm saying?
That's my thing.
But it's also the flip side of that bit, because it's like I could also be more presentable for not only myself but others around.
I feel like if a man's trying to come off being presentable, he's doing that. One, he was taught to do that.
Yeah.
And two, he's doing that for him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like it's still kind of sexual. I feel like it's driven in some way with women.
Okay, so of course you always have the exception to the rule. There are some, old heads out here that's just primarily all they think about is women and everything. But I feel like it stops at a certain age. Meaning, the car that I want after I get rid of this Jeep, it won't be a car that I'm like, oh, women gonna love this. It's gonna be a car that I'm like, I really love this car. I like the space that comes from it because it's gonna be another SUV. I'm gonna be like, I like the space from it. I like how the efficient mile per hour. The fuel efficiency that comes with it.
Yeah.
And I like the style of the car. Me just liking that car and me keeping it up, of course, women gonna be like, oh, that's a nice car, but it's not gonna be like, I got this car for women. Now, if I'm 18, I'm gonna be like, what cars do women really like? You know what I'm saying? Because the Wranglers, they was good back then and everything. And then these Chargers came up, and it's like these young cats, they be like, man, I might get this, John. I might do this so I can get a whole bunch of like, That stops after a while. You'd be like,
but I still think it goes. I feel like the fire might die a little, but I feel it's still there. It's still lit. There's a motive, and I think it's
in a few things.
And that's what I'm saying.
Less things though. As you get older, I feel like it decreases.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Like, for example, when I got my first car, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to get so much in this. I'm like, I'm the coolest. I felt like I was the coolest. That's the thing. I was, 17, 18?
Come on now.
But then I turned 21 and I got my first spot. So it was like, once again, it was the same mindset. Like, oh yeah, they gonna love this, Not necessarily, that wasn't the motive for me getting it, but it was a motivator.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
If you used to get the car now, though, what kind of car would you get?
I think I'd get a Cadillac.
You get a Cadillac?
Yeah.
Okay. How many chicks are looking for Cadillacs?
I don't really care.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Nigga, I drive a
So here's the thing. One, it comes with age. And then two, it's like, I feel like after you experience women realistically, like you've been in a relationship probably for 2 to 3 years,
sure.
Or you've been in a talking stage with at least like 10. After a while, you're like, okay, at this point, it's just rinse and repeat. But I'm rinsing and repeating with certain values now. If your morals and your goals on the line with mine, then what are we talking about? I'm like, yeah, you seem like a good time, sweetie, but I'm like, I'm
okay,
good time now.
But it's still like, what if you run into that girl that meets your values and your goals and where you want to go? You wouldn't do something to impress her?
Yeah,
out of the ordinary.
But that comes with like a certain amount of time. But I'm not going to I'm not going to pursue you, and I'm not getting nothing in return. I'm cool with chasing for an extent. Yeah, stamina exists and energy exists. I'm not going to keep wasting my stamina nor energy or time with chasing you if I'm not getting nothing back. We are too old to be playing these games. Hard to get. Sounds like you going back into the pond to be a fish. Because why? First of all, if I was really to do for you, I wouldn't have to be doing this much work.
Yeah. I shouldn't be doing this.
And then let's talk about if after I did all the work and I finally got you, what I gotta do to keep you now?
And that's another thing. I don't want you to need me. I want you to want me. So it's like all that chasing shit, that should be non-existent. A relationship to me is mutual.
Has to be.
Has to be. I don't want to like you more than you like me.
And the game used to be, oh, you want a chick who like you more than you like her. But why are we saying that?
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be said.
You have a roster.
Yeah, very much so. But yeah.
And you like, for this roster to work like I need to work, I need her to like me more than I like her. It's really going to extend the lifespan of your roster, really. That's really what we caring about.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing. Another thing, if you don't like her as much as she like you, if she was to like ghost you or say she entertained somebody else, it won't hurt as much. Because again, you never liked her that much to begin with.
Over time,
I can afford the loss. Nowadays, my mindset isn't there no more. That's why it's like it has to be a mutual thing. Like, look, I'm putting time and energy into you. If I'm not getting the same time and energy back, then honestly, I'll just go talk to somebody who is going to give me that time and energy. Because I'm trying to, at this point, I'm trying to build something.
I'm trying to do something with this shit.
You know what I'm saying? And even if I'm not, because right now I'm not in the place. I won't say I'm not in the mindset, because my mindset is there. But that don't mean I'm about to just be talking to 100 chicks out here. I might entertain one. And while I'm entertaining one, I might talk to one other one. And that's my limit. But I'm going to be real transparent with what's going on. I'm like, look, honestly, I'm not in the place to where I can give you a full-fledged relationship. But if you work with me while I'm in grind mode and I'm trying to get these certain things done, all right, we can do something. If you don't want that to happen, or you want somebody that's focused on the same thing you focus on, I respect that 100%.
Communication is key.
So what's some things that you look for in a partner? Like, what's some things you try to list off as far as like, this is why I need the woman that I'm talking to nowadays to have?
Patience. A better communication than I have. Someone that's good with money or just reasonable with finance. Mm-hmm. You know, someone that's understanding and a little bit of compassion. Nothing too crazy. I'm not looking for a housewife.
A lot of chicks want to be housewives though.
Yeah. It's nothing wrong with that, but let me get my life together.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to look for a housewife at 28. I'm not even looking for a wife, let alone a woman that's going to live with me.
Are you looking for somebody to be in a relationship with?
Currently, in this current moment?
Yeah.
No. I think at this point, I was once upon a time, but I think where I'm at now, no.
Okay.
I just think as time went on, I realized,
So, ideally, what age would you want to be married at and have kids? And so now,
I'm open to it now. I'm open to all of that. I'll be okay with if I run across the right girl, you know.
Okay, so you're saying you're not in that mindset right now.
I'm not.
If you come across it, you won't turn it away.
I'm 100% open to it. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like if I run into the right woman, you know, on this journey that I'm on.
Yeah.
And we cross paths, and if she wants to marry me, or I want to marry her, I'll follow along. It's not like I'm forcing it. I'm not looking like, hey, I got to get married by 30. You know, by 35, I gotta have a wife, kids, and the white, you know, the picket fence and the American dream. You know what I'm saying?
When I'm 32, I would like to have some kids. Marriage wise, probably 29.
So that's in a few years.
It is, yeah. If everything goes like I want it to. Because here's the thing, I don't want to enter a marriage and I'm still in grind mode. I'm still trying to get some things figured out. I'm like, I want to at least be established in what I'm trying to have now. All these goals I'm trying to accomplish, which aren't a lot. It's like 5 things. And once all those are like established, and I'm able to like, all right, cool. So the foundation's built. Now we just go ahead and we're just building like the skeletons of the building. I can do that while I have a marriage. I can't have a marriage while I'm building the foundation. It's just too much of my time not dedicated to you or building a relationship. That's why I say I'm not in a place where I can have that. Because again, if we try that now, you're going to be like, I'm half-assing, or I'm not trying, I'm not putting that much energy in. I'm not, because I'm putting the most of my energy into this.
So would you say in some way, shape, or form that's woman driven?
No.
So it's all a personal thing.
Family driven, generation driven.